Alright guys, welcome back to another video on this channel. This is about the very recent market developments which has taken place. We have seen some volatility in the headline index Nifty 50, but what is going on in the smaller cap and mid cap spaces, we'll talk about them as well. We'll talk about the mid cap indices, we'll talk about the small cap index, and we'll also have a look at US 30 and US 100 indices, basically the US stock market. So let's start with Nifty. So very primary observations here on Nifty. If you see, what is Nifty doing on the 1 week chart? So this point, this was January mid, all right, 15 January 2024 was this point on Nifty. And Nifty went up, broke out to that point. We dipped down into this entire base that was formed during that time. This is the area of demand which led to the breakout. We dipped down into it. And since then, we have been trading inside a range in Nifty. All right. So since then, we have been trading inside this broader range in Nifty. So during this time, obviously, you have seen the US indices have corrected, Nasdaq and Dow Jones, sorry, and all the other US indices have corrected. But Nifty has stayed resilient. All right. So if you look at this chart, the lower level of this range is about 21,700. All right. So this point right here, this is 21,700. All right. So this point in Nifty, this is a very strong demand as of the current market structure. All right. And the higher point is obviously the highest high, which is around 22,775, which is approximately, you can round it to 22,800. So about 1,000 point range in Nifty, about a 4% range in Nifty here. And let's have a look at the daily chart. Let's just clear this one out a bit, and let's have a look at the 1 day. All right, so this was the weekly range, and this was the breakout that I was talking about. This is the last area of consolidation before we broke through that high. We came back to test it. We are okay. Again, we came back to test it. We were okay. But after this move on the upside, we fell down again, and here was another base. So I updated regularly that I'm watching Nifty here when this candle was formed. I was talking about how there is not been a breakdown yet. So what was going on is, if you see very clearly, when these lows were taking out, it looked like a breakdown, but actually the demand was coming from this point right here. And this point is sustaining this bigger range in Nifty. So here, obviously, we formed a base, we started to go up. Again, we came down to that point and we are starting to go up again. So Nifty doesn't seem to be in any sort of momentum. We are still yet to test out this highest supply. We are at this supply, we might come down to these levels. So Nifty, the chart has really opened up. But if we clear it out for a second and we look at the current market trend, just the last move, just filtering out the noise, if we look at just this up move, the last demand zone for this up move is this point right here. All right. So this point is the last demand zone. So this is 22,200. So if you just look at this point, this is 22,200. So what happens is, when we are in a broader range like this, people usually tend to really discount what is going on inside the range. All right. You might treat this as an entire base, but again, this is not helping you take any trades. All right. Until and unless Nifty is at these low points. So you have to try to catch a trend in the early phase, like this point right here. This demand zone was being held, and we caught along right here in Nifty through this up move. All right. Obviously, I buy stocks. I don't buy the index directly, but the point remains. So again, if Nifty has to go up, it has to hold on to this low right here. All right. And this is where you will see a sharp bounce in Nifty. All right. So the level of 2200 is very, very important for Nifty to hold if it wants to continue on the upside. All right. 22,200. So this is about Nifty. Let's have a look at Bank Nifty. What is going on in the banking sector? And banking sector looks quite similar. Looks quite similar. Again, big range, but a difference here is this is actually trending on the upside. All right. So Bank Nifty here. So Bank Nifty here is actually starting to trend on the upside. All right. So here again, this is a very huge range, very wide range. So you have to catch some sort of internal zone for this trend. But again, if you see, this is the last high on this up move right here. We are at this supply right here, and the demand zone for this move is at this low. Even if you see, so this low is about 47,600. All right, 47. Let's take it 47,700. It's 47,650. So again, this area right here, if you see, this is also holding this tiny demand zone that led to this huge gap up on 22nd. All right. Obviously, we fell down, but we have held through that level. So you see how the trend is progressing. We were basically making lower lows and lower highs, and from here on, we have started to make higher highs and higher lows. All right. So maybe Bank Nifty just goes out from this point itself, but the entire trend, it rests on this base. So even if there's a volatile event, let's say even if there's a big volatile event and we see some sort of gap down, if this holds, then Bank Nifty can start to go up again. All right, so this might be a very good chance to take some positional longs in Bank Nifty as well. All right, so 47,700 is the level for these longs in Bank Nifty. Now again, let's look at a few banking stocks before we come to the small cap index, because the results are around the corner. A lot of stocks have declared the results, some are still there. Let's have a look at the PSU banking index first. Then we'll have a look at the banking stocks. So again, PSU banking index obviously much stronger than Bank Nifty because of this entire up move throughout. But we are also trying to push it on the upside again. All right. So again, we have come to this supply. The last move in this entire base is actually this one. All right. So now we are looking at this demand. So demand is not exactly right there, but it's still around this low, which is not too deep into this entire base. The entire base is looking something like this. All right. If you see, this is not a breakout. All right. There's no breakout above here. So this demand is holding the entire thing together in PSU banks. All right. So again, PSU banks very strong. Maybe if you're buying banks, you should maybe focus only on PSU banks. All right. But before that, let's have a look at some of the banks which are setting up. So again, so these are PSU banks. Again, if you see PSU banks, PNB is one of the strongest PSU banks. This is the demand zone which is being held in PNB. Bank of India is actually really strong as well. Look at all these bases. All these bases, they're setting up together. All right. SBI very strong after a strong up move. SBI is holding on to this level, which is very, very strong. It is holding on to these internal demand zones inside the range, which is extremely strong. All right. IOB a bit of a crack from the higher side. So be aware about these supplies, which is there in IOB and UCO Bank. All right. And maybe in Maharashtra Bank as well, you'll get this huge supply. All right. So maybe avoid these smaller priced banks which have these huge supplies lingering here. All right. So all these 60-50 rupee banks, maybe avoid those. Focus on something like a PNB, maybe a Bank of India as well. All right. Maybe an Indian bank as well if it sets up here. All right. So a very strong sort of a fabric across the PSU banks. All right. Chart fabric. So let's look at a few private banks. Again, private banks, we look at the bigger banks. So again, we have been talking about this base in Kotak Bank. Kotak Bank, even though after many gap downs, Kotak Bank is trying to hold through the zones and push up, which is a very, very strong sign. Again, if you see the weekly chart of Kotak Bank, it is also about the weekly EMA now. But again, there is absolutely no trend here. So you can find better structures in banks. Again, AU Bank, big drop, nothing here. All right. So again, Axis Bank again kind of downtrending now. There is no structure in Axis Bank as well. So if you see, this is a downtrend. All right. So again, if we go back to this supply, we might again start to pull back in Axis Bank here as well. So no structure in Axis Bank. The only bank I'm interested in is ICICI Bank. I've been interested in ICICI Bank from these levels, from this level, and earlier in 2021 as well, 2022 as well. So this is a consistently strong outperformer in the banking space. And again, if you see, it's back to the highs after a dip, after a sharp dip here on the war news, it is back to the highs. It hasn't really broken anything yet. All right. So you look at this big base, it is confirmed uptrend, the strongest bank in the Indian market. HDFC Bank, something interesting is going on. We are actually trying to hold above this area of demand at this point. So you see, there is some sort of a congestion here. Then we have a nice sharp move up, and now we are trying to hold through this area of demand. So if HDFC Bank also, let's say, forms a day or two inside this entire candle, we can see HDFC Bank is also taking out these highs, the recent highs here. All right. So again, kind of a strong structure across banks. PSU banks are much better, but all these smaller banks, they are not bad. All right. You will have to do your stock selection here, but they are not bad. So let's quickly have a look at the small cap index as well. Now this is very interesting because if you see, let's compare it with Nifty, because that is my basic framework. I compare the small caps against the large caps. All right. So look at this drop in Nifty. Nifty came back to this entire low. All right. And what did small cap index do? Just one day of drop, and then we basically went sideways. All right. So here Nifty, after this drop, Nifty was continuously falling. So if you see Nifty, after this drop, after this gap down, Nifty was continuously falling here as well. But small cap index, after one day, it was very sideways, and this was the key, that the small cap index is extremely strong. And when Nifty made this candle, that is when we started to buy a lot of small caps in our server as well. All right. So again, extremely strong lookout, extremely strong outlook on the small cap index. Mid cap is quite similar. All right. Mid cap, we have just tested the supply, so maybe we get another dip, which will be an excellent opportunity to buy some stocks, and then we can start going out again. So mid caps and small caps, no worries yet, even though we have had a very excellent year last year. No worries on the mid cap front yet. All right, we might still see some sort of move up. All right, we might still see some sort of move up, a slow grind on the upside if Nifty does not pick up. And if Nifty picks up, obviously we can see a very fast sort of spike on the upside. So this is a very good time to make money in small caps and mid caps. Do not miss it. All right. Now another sector that I wanted to talk about, which is important, is the chemical space. So let's look at a fertilizer space. All right. Fertilizer space has seen big moves across multiple stocks. So if you see the monthly charts of fertilizer stocks, you see this stock is holding its last monthly demand, which is right here. This stock also has a lot of insider buying recently around this candle. A lot of promoter buying is there in this stock. So that is a very good sign for a bottom. Again, Chambal Fertilizers, obviously there was a breakout today. So again, monthly chart looks very constructive here as well. RCF, you see the monthly chart is looking very constructive. It is testing out this area of monthly demand, which is obviously the last monthly demand. If you look at the weekly and the daily, again, extremely constructive after this dip. So across fertilizer stocks, we are seeing some sort of a higher low and higher high structure being established. All right. So if you see, after this spike, this is what we are seeing across these stocks. All right. So obviously some stocks won't do that well, but again, if you see the headline stocks, we are seeing some sort of a higher high and higher low structure coming to play in these stocks finally after a long period of time. So this is a very solid time to be watching these fundamental stocks. Again, if you see these fertilizer stocks, so again, if you see, they're trying to push up into that uptrending environment, uptrending sort of a structure across the sector. So make sure that fertilizers are on your watch, PSU banks are on your watch, and maybe other sectors, if you can spot it, mention it in the comments. I will be glad to look at them as well. So with this, we'll end the video right here. Even though I try to make it as fast as I can, there's a lot of stuff to talk about. So we'll end it right here. If you're sticking around, make sure that you like the video, you share it, you comment your doubts or maybe any views that you have. And if you want to if you want me to keep making these, make sure that you engage with the video as much as you can. All right, so we'll end here, and I'll see you guys again soon with a market update with a specific sector or industry update very soon. Have a good night.